Morning, guys. Hey, if you would get those cameras on for me, and we'll do a quick. Let me get a quick mark of everybody that's here. Then we'll just roll into this. And I appreciate you guys getting up early and showing up. I know that can be hard when it's snowing like that outside and icing. It's ugly out there. I'm gonna quickly go through the cool down for today. Some of you could probably look at it and already have a pretty good idea of what to do, but just wanted to clarify for you and get that straightened out. So we'll do that together. I'm working on a little assignment for tomorrow that you can do today when I post it. I'll probably post it within the next hour, but it's just a couple of multiple choice problems of things like we've been doing this week. So when you get your homework finished and ready to turn in for Monday, keep an eye out on Schoology for that assignment. I'll put it in the calendar too. And that's all you'll have to worry about for math for Algebra 1. And then I guess I talked about yesterday, we won't meet tomorrow at 8:30. So I'll give you guys a little break on the Zoom then. But if you have questions, I'll be around. You can email me. I will do an individual Zoom if you would need some help on those questions. Just let me know. All right, so I'm going to jump in, share my screen, and show you guys the problem that we're working on. So we'll get right into it. I'm going to jump there. I'm going to do just my screen and share it. All right, so let me go to Algebra. Here it is. All right, I think the cool down for today was like a three-parter. It had 3 parts to it. But it really matched with what we talked about yesterday. I think it's just an extension of it. And so it shouldn't take us too long to get through there. There's 2 different equations that it's looking at or 2 different functions that it's looking at. They're both exponential. You just got to use your knowledge of where they start, how fast they're growing to differentiate which one's which. So you had 2 graphs. You had function f, which was here in green, and you had function g, which was the red one here. F, they give you the growth factor of 2, and they give you the starting y-intercept of 10. So you know that this is 0, 10 whenever they show you that. And you know that it's doubling every year. So technically, you know that this 1 mark right here is double that, which would be 20. So that would be 120. So you can get a lot of information just from what's happening there. Let me go admit some people. Let these folks in. So we know that about function f because it tells us where it starts and it tells us how fast it's growing. Now, eventually, g is going to catch up to it at this intersection, and it's going to ask us about that, I think, in number 3 or number 4. So let's get right into it. It says, is b greater than or less than 2? Well, what b are you talking about? They're talking about this b. They don't give you a lot about function g. They just give you some ordered pairs. They don't tell you what the growth factor is. They don't tell you where it starts. But you can look and see based on what the numbers they give you. So if this one started at 0, 3, and then in the first year it went from 3 to 12, we know that they multiplied by 4. And that pattern continues with this because in the second year it went from 12 to 48, which was also a growth factor of 4. So we know that b is 4. It's greater than 2. So we're going to say greater because b equals 4. If it's 4, we know that because 3 to 12 to 48, that's the growth pattern of function g. Number 2, as my little man starts to wake up and cry, write an equation that defines g. So now that we know how it's growing, we know where it starts with the 3, we should be able to write an equation. So we know that b equals 4. Hey, buddy. I'm in the middle of something. You need some help. Sorry, he needs some help. 1 sec. There you go, big guy. That help? You're welcome. You gonna hang him out? Have fun. All right, sorry guys. Let Landon in here. Landon, by the way, as you enter in, your wacky costume yesterday was fantastic. For those that didn't get to see it, he went all out. Nice dress. B is our growth factor because it's going times 4 every time. You're gonna have to turn that down, big guy. You can't have that on. Not while I'm talking. You can play a game, but don't play the video. So our growth factor is for, sorry, life of having a 2-year-old and mom's still asleep. 3 is where it's crossing the y-intercept there. So we know that that's our beginning of our growth factor. We let more people in. So our equation would be pretty simple. G of x is equal to where we start, which is for G. Hey, big guy, which is at 3. I know. You're watching Bluey. I see that. 3 times. You want to say, I'll let you say hi in a minute. Times our growth factor, which is 4 to the x power. So that would be our function for G. And our reasoning there, we're not going to worry about that. All right, so let me scroll on down to the third question, the last question. So apparently this was representing thousands of social media followers of 2 organizations as functions of years since 2010. So 2010 is year 0 here. And then year 1 would be 2011, year 2 would be 2012. What does the intersection of the 2 functions f and g, what is this intersection talking about? And that intersection is just whenever they had the same amount of followers. And it looks like that happened between years 2011 and 2012. He's speaking gibberish. I have no idea what he's saying, but he knows exactly what he's talking about. Somewhere in your answer here, I'm not going to write it down because I think you guys get the idea here, but that intersection is when they had the same amount of followers. And in context, it happened between 2011 and 2012 at some point. Whoever organization G is actually overtakes them because they're growing faster. They're quadrupling every year instead of doubling. And that should be enough for you guys to fill that in for your homework. For those of you that came in a little bit late, I'm going to stop my screen share here because I'm pretty much done. For those of you that came in a little bit late, got that homework finished, all the other videos are posted on YouTube. And I'm going to be posting an assignment on Schoology, 2, 3, maybe 4 tops, multiple choice questions. I'll probably have that posted within the hour. And that'll take you 10, 15 minutes tops to do that. Get that done by Friday, and you'll be done with all your NTI for algebra. And I can't speak for everybody that doesn't have me for math. I'm not sure what Miss Howard is doing for those of you on the blue team. But it's kind of similar for 8th grade math with me. Finish your homework for this week. And then I think I've already posted the Schoology assignment for 8th grade math for those of you that have me. So that'd be Keely, Aubrey. Let's see, who else that's on here? Caleb, Shallow, Kara. I've got you, Caden. Caden, by the way, I saw that. I'll get that updated on Schoology. You were absent that Friday, so that's why it showed missing. So don't worry, I've got that. You turned it in. Addie, and let's see, also got Riley. So for those of you that I have for also 8th grade math, just be on the lookout for that Schoology assignment. It won't take you hardly any time. I would recommend watching the video on how to find volume of the cylinder though, because that is one of the problems. All right. Okay, guys. Declan wants to say goodbye. Don't you, buddy? As you heard him talk the entire time. I apologize if that was distracting, but that's part of it. We're home, right? So we got to put up with you. Y'all stay safe out there. If y'all got any questions, feel free to hang about. But otherwise, thanks for showing up this early. I appreciate it. And you guys, I would say go out and enjoy the snow, but it's not really snow. It's kind of gross. Can't even like sled on it or anything. No, there's no snow. It's just ice. No, I don't think your truck would ride out there. He wants to go out in his Power Wheels and ride it in the yard. I don't think that's going to happen with the ice. All right, guys. Well, have a great rest of the day. Email me if you have questions. Get those assignments done. Be on the lookout for that Schoology thing. Caden, as always, we want to hear a dad joke. Please type that into the chat. Bye, guys, as you're leaving. Unless you want to stick around here, Caden's dad joke. Nice. What are you watching, big man? Garbage? Garbage pickup? Yeah, that is a big truck. Turn it down a little bit, though, buddy. The delicate arch at Arches. I don't know what that is, Caden. The delicate arch at Arches. You can unmute if you want to, Caden, if that's faster than typing. And just say it. That might be faster. Boulder. Because it's in Boulder, Colorado, I'm guessing. Give me a head shake. Yes, okay. That one is a specific geography joke. Yeah. Let's see, Caleb. All right, Gage, Daniel, Gaden, y'all have a good one, buddy. And no, don't worry about a Zoom tomorrow, okay? Peace out. I'm ending the meeting. Adios, amigos.